that's always the X factor. We don't really know how he's feeling today. He might actually be feeling a lot better after having a few days rest, not playing particularly well. I'm talking about Ferrer, and he might be, you know, raring to go. But from what we've actually seen, I think the cards are certainly falling in favor of Wawrinka.
Magnus Norman did an excellent job with Robin Soderling, didn't he, a few years ago?
Didn't he just? Here's another player that he gave a belief to, and of course got him really strong between the ears.
And that's one of the most difficult moves to make, isn't it? When you've got a player sort of ranked just inside the top 10, they're making an incredibly good living, but they're not breaking into the top 5. They're not hanging around at the tail end of Grand Slams on a regular basis. Similar scenario with Wawrinka.
Yeah, but you made the important point in that the player has got to want to work with the coach. That's key. When he's got that enthusiasm, anything's possible. And I think that's when the best progress is possible. If it's just sort of hiring somebody for the sake of hiring them, I think it's a lot tougher than to get the results.
Well, of course it is, because if it's something that you want, you're all ears, aren't you? You are wanting to hear something from your coach, and you're willing to take on board anything he says, at least for a decent discussion. But if you're hiring someone just to organise your practice courts, make sure your rackets are restrung at the right time, and book some flights, it's a very different scenario, isn't it?
You're right on the money.
Javier Pilar's been working with Ferrer since he was a young boy, and of course they've still got a great relationship, and it's so nice to see them having most success at the tail end of Ferrer's career.
And he stuck with him through thick and thin. He told me a wonderful story in Auckland earlier this year. Pretty much the Spanish Federation had to choose between Ferrer and Robredo, and of course Robredo was one of the top juniors at the time. They went with Tommy, and he said it was the best thing that ever happened to Ferrer when his funding was cut when he was 18 years of age. It made him really pull finger and hang tough, and that's what he was able to do. Look at the career he's carved out for himself.
Serving. That's a shot that's improved this season. Hasn't changed anything technically. He's got a relatively low ball toss. He can therefore come up with a speedy arm motion, so it's tough to read, and he can generate some good racket head speed. He's always had a good slider on him. He's always had a great kicker of a second serve, but he's just flattened out that first serve more too, and he's got a few more cheap points as a result.
That's
another big serve. Excellent opening game, that's posting some good numbers, making 5 of 6 first serves. And of course, Robbie, that allows him to dominate and dictate play, and that's something that he's done more often this season.
Certainly has. In fact, he's been able to play with much more aggression, I think, has helped him. I think when you're playing the very best players in the world, you can't be passive against them. And again, it goes back to the fact that he's got a good record against them. There's no secret there.
30 left.
This is the 7th week in a row that Ferrer's been competing on the ATP World Tour. Played in Kuala Lumpur, Beijing, Shanghai, Stockholm, Valencia, Paris, and of course here. What's that all about, Robbie?
I think a lot of it's about picking up the odd appearance fee as well. Sometimes when you've worked so hard to get your ranking high, it's tough to turn down that big money that comes with being the top seed at a tournament, and perhaps he's been guilty of that. But he will tell you, I've had to work hard to get there, and sometimes taking that money, you know, it's what I do the sport for, to a certain degree.
Game. Ferrer.
That's good holds, nice and comfortable. The one question I have for you, though, is when you look at all the other best players in the world, those ranked in the top 4, 5, 6, of course Ferrer's right up there. They're not going to play 7 weeks in a row. They're going to think, I want to bring my best in the Master Series 1000s or the season-ending championships. But when I look at this schedule, I don't get that impression. I don't think he's looking to peak here in London. Is that a fair comment?
It is, and maybe he's decided, well, the surface is the toughest for me. Don't have a great record against the very best players in the world, so it's maybe a case of, you know, cutting your losses. You know it's going to be a difficult week, so let me try and bag 500k coming into the World Tour finals, and if I am able to make some good money in the World Tour finals, bonus. If not, not the end of the world. Do you think it's fair comment or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same with ranking points, not just money, isn't it? So, you know, he's on this tear now. Played pretty decently in Stockholm, made the final there, and in Valencia, and in Paris. So, I mean, you know, that's defended a lot of points that he had to defend from winning Paris last year. And perhaps that was on his mind. Hey, you know, I don't want my ranking to drop in the new year. I want to play a few more tournaments, get a few more points under my belt. Good tennis. You know, other people could argue, well, why don't you win the season-ending championships? Got a lot of points there, but it's not easily done. Perhaps a little easier for him to make the finals and win perhaps Stockholm and Valencia. You know, that's his hometown tournament. And Paris, where he's had a lot of success before, feels good there. And historically, the best players in the world haven't necessarily played their best there.
Missed that volley only because he knows how quick Ferrer is. Just got a little cute.
Game, Wawrinka.
It's had some pretty decent rhythm in the early stages of this match.
Wawrinka leads 2 games to 1.
He's held pretty comfortably and now leads 2-1 first set.
Time.
Jason Gore alongside Robbie Koenig. been here all week, thoroughly enjoyed ourselves so far, and of course got fantastic tennis still to come. Barclays ATP World Tour Finals. Action from Group A today. Ferrer still looking for his first win. Wawrinka looking for his second on his debut here in the O2 Arena.
It's Mum and Dad. And have a look there at Ferrer's parents. And, I wonder where all the enthusiasm and energy comes from, because Mum and Dad look pretty chill, don't they?
They do, but that's another reason. I was just thinking there as well when I saw them, why he needs to perform well this afternoon. No one likes to play poorly in front of your parents, do they?
Yeah, and they don't come to many tournaments.
Yeah.
So you're quite right.
This is one of those tournaments where the players do tend to invite their nearest and dearest, get the parents along, girlfriends, and maybe a few other relatives as well. So it's nice way to celebrate the end of the season.
It's interesting when you talk about parents coming to watch matches. I don't know how it was in your household, but my dad was pretty animated. Of course, a French Mauritian was dad, so he had that French passion and would often gesticulate to me or throw his head back if I lost my serve. And a couple of times I'd say, "Come on, Dad, move on now. You're putting me off." What about you?
Well, it happens. It's happened to all of us, hasn't it? I remember Marion Bartley at Wimbledon a couple of years ago telling her dad to leave side of the court. I was commentating on her match on court 12. She said, I've had enough. Get out of here. I'll see you later. And he left in the middle of the match. She won. They made up. He was back the next day. And of course, she won it, didn't she, last year? Nice story. So very, very difficult as a parent to watch your nearest and dearest, your loved ones compete. You want them to win so badly. Of course, I think Stan's wife's here this week, isn't she?
Yep.
And she doesn't go to that many events.
And the first time I've seen his dad at any tennis event. First time, of course. I think Stan's wife and child are there when Stan walks on for the warm-up, but I think she probably gets a little too excited when Dad's playing. Probably move up to one of the VIP boxes. I think they have a box up at the top for the players, a family area. Probably watch from up there.
Third ace. He's playing well. He looks cool, calm, confident, doesn't he? Had a nice start here. Leads 3-2 the opening set.
fascinated about the whole parent conversation as well, because obviously I'm a parent now, and my kids enjoy sport. You know, for some parents, that they're very involved in their kids' sport, so they know a lot about the game that they played, whereas some are totally ignorant of the sport. And I think it's almost better. They can sit back and watch, and because they know very little, they're not that keen to get involved. And that might be a blessing in disguise, you know.
Definitely. I think the worst case scenario is those that are ignorant but love to get involved, and there are a lot of those around too. And tennis is, you know, one of those sports where just because parents tend to take their kids to tennis and watch them play with no qualifications, suddenly think they're experts. Of course, a lot of problems.
Time.
Good crowd in today, and of course sometimes with this particular format, the third match in the group can fall a little flat on its face if it's meaningless. But so nice that both matches today mean so much.
Careful when you hit that inside in forehand, as Ferrer did there. If it's a very meaningful shot, you just open up the cross court, and of course it's an easy shot for Stan to make and take control of the point with. Striking the ball well. Full extension on that backhand. Good depth, changing direction beautifully on the shot.
30-40.
Seems to hold the ball on the strings for such a long period of time with that backhand.
It's a real chance here.
It's interesting there because he didn't want to go right up the line with that forehand. He went for a slightly bigger margin. A bit more conservative play. bounce again. That one was just able to rush Ferrer.
Advantage, Wawrinka.
Second chance then. That vital break of serve. Superb tennis. He creates such a wonderful angle with that particular shot. One of his major strengths there.
15 love. Third left. It's a
good return from Ferrer to keep himself on that point. Did well there, just to keep the pressure on Stan. Big difference between stepping up to the line at 40 love versus 15-30 as it is now.
Heads for service.
Lovely shot, so much spin on that, and it really does check on this court. If you drop it short, it's quite coarse, the court surface, so this shot really does take to it.
It bites, doesn't it? It's grips in there. You can see how it just almost bounces straight up.
Changing it up, but even if you lose the points, this is what I try and get over to the right coach. You know, even if you lose that point, don't feel badly, because you're sowing the seed of doubt in your opponent's mind. They're not sure what you're going to do game plan wise behind the serve, so it's not a total loss. You can still take positives from it. Big serving, and that's what we highlighted. Shame he missed the approach, but the penultimate forehand is the main reason why Wawrinka, I think, has been more effective this year, because he's wanted to take that shot on more regularly. He's played much further up the court, so he wants to be proactive instead of reactive. So nice to see, and against the best in the world, you have to be. Ferrer's challenging it. Before he made that initially. The question is, was there enough top spin on there just to get it to dip, catch the edge of the line? Yes. Not even close, really.
15-all. Mr. Ferrer has two challenges to make.
Ferrer does best. He fine-tunes his game and he looks to be a little more aggressive on a hard court, but we haven't seen a lot of it this week.
14-15.
I love the urgency with which you move forward. It's always key. Because if you can take the ball while it's still relatively high, of course, then you can hit down on it like he does there. Oh, magnificent. This, from Stan, was an absolute touch of class.
It's going to happen occasionally. Take a big cut at the ball.
Advantage, Ferrer.
Just. And that's what you've got to do. You're down in a set.
Wawrinka leads 5-3.
Just hold. Never easy. It doesn't matter how good you are. Even the great Pete Sampras used to say every time he served for a set, what round of the tournament it was in, he'd get a little tight, get a little more nervous. The key is not to get frustrated by that, not to just try and ignore it, but to deal with it, understand it, accept it. It's a lovely shot. Didn't do enough for the approach there. Ferrer's backhand return cross-court is incredibly good. Give him too much time to get set up on the pass, then he'll hurt you with it, even if he does have to do a bit of movement initially.
Love 13.
Such a superb serve.
Ferrer is challenging the ball. On the left, near some line, ball was called in.
Ferrer's pretty sure it's in. That's why.
Now
well.
Yeah, couldn't have hit that serve any better. A big one too, given the circumstances, wasn't it? Love 30. Needs another here though. Still in the spot of bother. Wiped his feet, but decided not to go over the nets. It's a risky shot the best of the time. With a high part of the nets, you know, low, trying to be aggressive, even though it's his best shot, the backhand. Again, that's perhaps what Sampras was talking about, fine-tuning your game when you're a little nervous when you're serving for the set. You know, should he have done that? Should he have perhaps gone cross-court, stayed in the rally a little longer? 2 break points. Well, that's a poor game, isn't it? Definitely nervous there.
No question about
15 love.
It's a lovely movement, isn't it? That's one of his best shots. I thought it was tight. I thought initially, with naked eye, he might have just overhit that, but so confident, just creating a little more of an angle by dropping it a little shorter with a little more spin. The question here is, did he put enough spin on it?
Yeah, that was the fast dipper. It wasn't fast enough. It wasn't dipping enough.
Yeah, in fact, too fast.
Tough one to keep in the court when you hit it that fast. Normally you have to hit it a little slower with more spin.
It's a shot they can rely on so often. That's why you're missing it frustrating.
Mr. Wawrinka is serving the ball on the left service line. Ball was ball in.
That's right through that line again. So just picking up a bit of speed. And he's done well. Last 10-15 minutes or so. Outstanding. It was a very different story, wasn't it, at 5-2. That's why it was so important to hold there. To go 5-3. It was a tight game, remember? It's been all change ever since. Just held off his shot there until he heard the call. This is a test for Wawrinka now, emotionally. He's a pretty talented individual as well, isn't he? Robert Perez. I guess if you want to talk about this in footballing parlance, you know, maybe you're 1-0 up and then 2-0, concede a couple of goals, getting towards half-time, and momentum swung. How are you going to stay tough? Not want to incur the manager's wrath at half-time. Wawrinka very much with the upper hand initially, but Ferrer now in control of the momentum.
15-13.
And of course, it's a huge test towards the end of the season as well, when you're getting a little jaded, and perhaps, you know, if you lose this match, it's the last of the season. You've got to work hard mentally. Well, Ferrer says he thought I was way out, but sometimes it's tough when ball clips the net. It's not as easy to follow the trajectory. Yeah, that was a good call.
Net, second string.
It's a lovely shot. Such a confident approach. It's a shot he knows he can rely heavily on. Ferrer now, who's winning the majority of these protracted baseline affairs.
Advantage Ferrer.
How quickly things can change. Only needed one previously, didn't need to get back on serve. Here's his second. Tactic, and I love the response.
Yes.
I don't know if even Robert Perez's right foot was as hard as that.
Thank you.
Bludgeoned that one.
Advantage Wawrinka.
I love it. To that point so badly.
And it's great to see, isn't it? Both these guys now so desperate to win each and every point.
Doesn't like that call at all.
Ferrer is challenging the call. The left, near sideline.
It's a big point, isn't it?
Out.
Yes, took a piece of the line. All change. Ferrer is not happy having to replay the point, though. Because, of course, he obviously held the upper hand in the rally.
Yeah, and even though Wawrinka did get to it, it floated along.
Is that what he's arguing about? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Umpire's saying
you just see
Advantage, Wawrinka.
he got a good hit on the ball, and that's why he's letting him play it over. I felt it was almost simultaneous, the call and the connection with the shot.
so a nice bonus in that respect for Wawrinka. What a great serve that was, but what a return.
Skippy letting the side down there, dropping that one. Premature there in a celebration if he ever hit a winner.
Another chance to break. Yeah, it's a very sensible serve too. Ferrer returns off that backhand incredibly well. One of his major strengths. Now a lot of players are serving to his forehand, first and second serves. He's just not as comfortable. And it's strange because from the baseline, he's much more comfortable with the forehand. He can do a lot of damage with it.
And of course, that's something that's built up over time. Most guys just used to hitting that kick serve to his backhand. He's probably hit a lot more backhand returns than what he has forehand. So of course that shot gets more ingrained.
Beautiful.
Advantage, Ferrer.
He's been really aggressive when moving forward. It's been an impressive thing for me. Of course, once again, taking the ball nice and high.
He's won all 6 points in the forecourt so far. Break point number 3. Variation, good depth on that serve, just a little late on the return as a result. Despite having 2 hands on it, imagine how tough that return is with a single-handed backhand.
There is a paper over there in the doubles line, a white paper in the doubles line. Can you get it?
Big serve. 5th ace.
It's almost 5 times longer this serve game than the average for Stan. Interestingly, it was just the first backhand and Ferrer's hit up the line in the match so far. Incredible, isn't it?
It really is. Just shows you how disciplined he is with that shot in going cross-court all the time. Although when it's that good,
it doesn't
matter. Advantage Ferrer.
You know, maybe we can use that as a bit of a barometer to understand that Ferrer's not all that confident at the moment. Lost a couple of matches this week, you know, and he's just thinking, right, I've got to play the percentages on my back and I've got to go cross court all the time. And that first time in a match there, he felt like, oh, I could go down the line, mix things up, be a bit more aggressive, take more of a risk.
Advantage Ferrer.
Longest game of the week now, not only this particular match. 5th break point. Some fantastic rear guard.
Ready? Thank you.
Let's see what he can do here. Some inauspicious starts.
Allow 15.
Superb.
Allow 13.
It's a great time to introduce the cowbell.
Hold. Allow 14.
And this opening set's proving pretty unfathomable, isn't it?
Yep.
Both players guilty of playing their worst service games when serving for the sets. Tension evidence in both players' arms.
First set tiebreak. Both players will receive an additional challenge for tiebreak. Ferrer.
It's unusual that the ball clips the top of the net and then deep at the baseline. You see that a lot in the States where the nets are a little tighter, but very rarely in this country.
Ferrer.
Perfect start so far.
Suggests it's going to be the decider of the first set. That's a major plot point in the outcome of it anyway. What a hustle. No showboating with the hot dog. It's all about getting back into the point.
Wawrinka played a poor tiebreak, didn't he, against Burdick on the opening day, the opening match of these championships. Lost it 7 points to love, but then hit back strongly and won the third set against Burdick, 6-3. And then lost 2 tiebreaks, didn't he, against Nadal. Had chances, 7-5 and 8-6. So he might have a bit of a thing about it now. Whoa. What happened there? Totally lost his bearings. It's something to consider, isn't it, Robbie, when you're playing in a tournament like this and you lose a lot of tie breaks and then you've served for the set here, you've failed to win, and you've been 5-2 up. All of these negative thoughts can then start to flow through your mind, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, that's definitely thrown. Stay on a lifeline.
For service. 5-2, Ferrer. Ferrer.
He's done remarkably well, turned things around in this opening set. Wawrinka was utterly dominant in the opening 7 games, led 5-2. Ferrer had all on to hold that service game, but here he is, set point. That's exactly why Ferrer is so tough to beat. That will infuriate Wawrinka. Rearguard action from the Spaniard. That's a good start, and looks a lot more comfortable now for the first time this week. He's moving better, he'll compete the backhand.
Parece mala. Hay veces no puede estar seguro. Hay veces que no puede estar seguro. ¿Entendís?
David Ferrer is challenging the corner left base. Ball was called out.
Oh, there's not much in it.
All stands.
Good call.
15.
Such a crucial game, this one, for Wawrinka. It's hard to reset the brain, isn't it, Robbie, when you've had so many chances to win a set, you fail to make the most of them.
Yeah, it's even tougher It's been that close. We've only had one chance. You know, it's a little easier to do, but when you've had multiple opportunities, that's what really frustrates.
And that's the third set in a row, remember, that he's lost on a tiebreak in these championships. He's not getting that chances against Nadal either. Lost that first set tiebreak 7-5, the second set tiebreak 8-6. That one there, having served for the set, so, you know, he'll feel perhaps that he's just not playing his best tennis when it's most needed. It's a bit of a recurring theme, isn't it? If you think back to what Wawrinka's done recently. Lost a big first set tiebreak to Nadal in Shanghai as well. It was epic, lasted almost 20 minutes there, and then he fell away quickly in that second set.
In fact, if memory serves, a Vasek Pospisil went on an 11 tiebreak losing streak.
That was in the summer, wasn't it?
It was.
He's just trying to be aggressive now, but he's making errors, and he's got to be very careful. Match could slip away from him in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yes. Advantage Ferrer. Mr. Wawrinka is challenging the call on the right service line. Ball was called out.
Just took enough of the line.
Yes.
So back to deuce.
Advantage Wawrinka.
Shots that landed so close to the line throughout the course of that game. I'm surprised there wasn't another challenge there. It's good shots and crucial holds. Wawrinka remaining competitive, but only just at the moment.
Of course, they're aiming to finish in the top 3 of the Emirates ATP rankings for the first time in his career. What an achievement that would be.
Love 15.
It's always nice to follow such an aggressive ground stroke into the nets. That's a good success there today. He's won 8 of 10 points because, generally speaking, he always comes in at the right time.
I'd call it a nude serve back in Durban, Chase.
Really?
Yep, it's got nothing on it. I had a fair few of those, way too many for my liking.
First service. Yes. Wawrinka.
Break point. I understand why he's so frustrated. He's worked so hard to dominate this match, and he's now allowing Wawrinka to hang around, which can be very dangerous.
Love 15.
a shot. So much more effective when he hits the ball a little shorter when he's going cross-court and can create these wonderful angles. Superb shot making, nice and aggressive.
Wawrinka leads 3-1.
So the response has been good to the loss of the opening set.
Love 15.
If you come in down the line with your forehand from the backhand corner, it needs to be really good. That's why that one was so close to the line. I guess with the lead, he feels that he can open his shoulders a little more freely. It doesn't matter how good a particular shot is, you've still got to choose the right moment to change the direction of the ball, to be a little more aggressive, especially when going up the line. There's a lot of pressure there. Odds on that making that shot were pretty small.
Ferrer. Love 15.
Just got no time at all when that happens to react.
Love 30.
Nice. I'm surprised he stepped inside the floor and he hit a backhand. Tell us how you really feel. The will to win remains undiluted. Both guys are losing.
4 games to 2.
What happened there?
Round 15.
This is an intelligent shot from Stan, going right at him. Didn't get all of it. I think initially Ferrer thought this might have gone out. No, that was straight at him.
This.
That's the way to construct the points. It's sensible tennis. Not taking any real risk there, but to dominate the rally, start to finish, so quick up to that short ball. And he knows that he's not trying to hit a winner there. He's very confident in his ability to hit the next one, the volley, into the open court for a winner. force it all the time when Ferrer's in this kind of mood and he gets so many balls back in play. And of course, don't get a lot of help through the course here. It's relatively slow. Federer saying this court was just a little slower than the one they played on in Paris last week. It's not a shot you want to hit into the net. It's always nice. At least get it over the net. Even if your opponent chases it down, still in the rally. It's not going to be able to hit a winner easily off that shot. It's always annoying if you miss it first up. Good tennis. A lot of success when surging forward. It's a lovely shot.
The service.
Good tennis.
We've seen him execute a couple of beautiful backhands up the line in this game. Cross court. Turning defends into attack with on the swoosh of the racket.
Eight aces so far for Wawrinka, 3 in this set, 5 initially. sensible target on the smash. Right-hander's backhand short in the court, bouncing up high. So even if they do guess right, very, very difficult to do anything other than just block the ball back and give you another smash. Play the percentages. At 5-2 in the first set, remember? He's got a significant lead here in the second now.
Managing this game, his shot selection is so good. Doesn't have many backhands up the line unless he's pretty sure that he's going to make it.
Perfect time to move forwards. He saw that Ferrer could only play defensively because he'd opened his racket face. Can't hit aggressively when that's the case, so he knew that was the right time to just sneak in, and the volley would be relatively simple. There it is again. That time, Ferrer knew it was maybe just chipping the ball back in play. He had to try and be aggressive, but very, very difficult to do. The ball was so low, it's only a couple of inches off the floor. So he had to hit up, get the ball in. It's a simple volley for Wawrinka. Good stuff.
Game, Ferrer. Wawrinka leads.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it, this next service game? Because Wawrinka leads 5-4. Serve out the opening set. Let's see if we can make amends here.
30-15.
He's done that so well in this set. It's the movement forwards. It's the ability to get close to the net for the volley, which makes it a little easier. 13 of 16 points won. 7 of 9 in this set. Outstanding. You can understand those looks of concern given what happened in the opening set. This now becomes a huge point. Big serve. Good choice tactically to go into the body.
40-13.
Set point.
Net for service. Net for service.
He's going with that body serve again, wasn't he?
It's a safe serve, isn't it? It's still aggressive.
That's an excellent response. There's no question about that. He was still very much to play for. Needed the adjustment with the feet there. Hit up the back of the ball. Got some nice net clearance. That was important.
Ferrer is challenging the call. Left base. Ball was called out.
More in hope, I think, than expectation. Yep.
Ferrer has 2 challenges.
Break points. fantastic attitude. And he really fancies this now.
This week, and perhaps Stan just taking a page out of Nadal's book.
15 love.
It's not a bad book to glance through occasionally, is it?
30 love.
That's big serve, 132 out wide. Tight to the line. Combination of accuracy and pace. Oh, what a return. Predetermined play that. So as soon as Wawrinka threw the ball up, Ferrer started his move.
30-15.
Had Wawrinka gone out wide, he would have lost the points, but he was willing to take that risk. And you have to go early to give yourself enough room to be able to hit through that ball and out in front of your body.
Out. 40-15. Game, Wawrinka. New balls, please. Wawrinka leads 2 games to none.
He's looking good now, some nice positive body language. Hitting each and every shot with a purpose. And he's getting a lot of support here too, and of course he's got so much to play for. That might prove crucial tail end of this deciding set. Ferrer, of course, can't go through the semi-finals. He's still competing exceptionally hard, but perhaps that additional motivation of a place in the semi-finals will be enough for Wawrinka to cross the line first. Lovely shot. Ferrer did well there not to do himself serious damage.
15 on.
It is always total from the Spaniard. One of the dangers of being a ball kid.
Were there any afters there from Ferrer? well once too often. That wasn't the right time. The drop shot, and perhaps just saving a little bit of energy for these all-important service.
Love 15.
Good stuff. This is where he's got to really be, I don't want to say over-aggressive, but he's really got to keep taking it to Ferrer now, pouring it on. Don't back down.
The big decision now for Ferrer is, well, what do I do here? You know, do I fight fire with fire and try and be a little more aggressive, or do I just play my normal sort of consistent game and hope that Wawrinka's game dips a little bit?
Yep.
It's a hard decision, isn't it, to have to make here?
Game, Wawrinka.
What Wawrinka will hope is that it doesn't matter what Ferrer does. He will continue to dominate. A lot of first serves in, play aggressively from the back of the court, and the match will be on his racket. It's on all 6 points so far in this deciding set when that first serve's found its mark, so it's going to prove crucial in determining the overall outcome.
Round 15.
Again, just smothered that one because he knows how quick Ferrer is around the court. He was racing into the net there, wasn't he? Anticipating that little drop volley. So crucial to not try and create and do too much with that shot when you're under pressure.
Next, service. Next, for service.
So there's a few people, myself included, that probably think that Stan needs a double break here. If you have a look at the third set records of the respective players, Ferrer's actually been the most decisive on tour with decisive set wins, 20-7. Stan is only a 14-8 this year.
Big boys might argue, well, we don't get taken to 3.
It's a fair argument. Can't argue against that, can you?
Good stuff from Ferrer, just digging deep, making Wawrinka play one more shot in order to draw the error.
40-30.
Not a comfortable shot for Ferrer. That one normally likes to come in behind the forehand when he's hit aggressively. You can sense that his opponent will have to defend, and then normally the volley's pretty comfortable. There, that was just a regular approach shot, old school, slice back and down the line. It doesn't sit particularly comfortably with him.
Almost like a match point, I would suggest.
Advantage, Wawrinka. Thank you. Thank you. Oh!
What a return. Ferrer taken totally by surprise. No, he leads by a double break.
Love 15. 30.
It's good to see Ferrer leaving it all out there on the match course.
And you wouldn't expect anything less.
15-30.
It's a well-weighted shot. He's using the greatest deal of court, going cross-court.
We've all been there. He's really opening his shoulders now. It's a shot that's worked really well for him today.
30.
He wants to hang around, there's no question about that. He wants to take part in the knockout stages on Super Sunday. And of course, a win here doesn't guarantee him a spot. It depends what happens later on this evening in the match between Burdick and Nadal, but it puts him in a very strong position. Surely now, Wawrinka can relax a little bit.
5 games to 1.
Game away from victory. Listen, it certainly isn't the way that Ferrer wants to finish his participation in these championships. And his game has gone right off of late. Oh, what a chance that was for Wawrinka.
That's the one we had all the time, but tell you what, he's done well to organise his hands there. It's not easy when someone goes right at you. Good stuff. He's certainly given his all. He's played a lot of tennis. This is the 7th consecutive week for the Spaniard on the ATP World Tour.
He has looked a little jaded throughout the course of these group stages. Is Wawrinka. Match point.
Thank you. Please.
He's done it. That's a big win for Wawrinka, making his debut in this tournament, and he's performed exceptionally well throughout the course of the group stages. 6-1, terrific win for Wawrinka.